Hi everyone, and welcome back to CordcuttersLI, where we help to save you money on your cable bill. In this short video, I'm going to be sharing an app that I think you're going to find useful. This is an application that you can install on any Amazon Fire Stick. It's going to help to save you time, and it's going to free up some space on your Fire Stick, especially for you lazy guys out there. And I'll explain what I'm talking about in just a minute. Like I said, this is going to be a nice, short and sweet tutorial video. So if you're ready to see what I'm talking about, sit back, relax, grab those remotes, and let's go. I do need to give a quick shout out to Tanya over at Fire TV Sticks that showed this to me. I think it's a really cool app that people are going to like, so I wanted to come and share it with you guys as well. This is a completely free application that you can install from the Amazon App Store. And the way you get it, you go over to the magnifying glass on your Fire Stick, go down to search, and then just start searching for the word trace. That's all you're going to need is the word trace. You don't need to go further than that. Click on trace, and then scroll down to where it says apps and games, and there you'll see the app that I'm talking about. It's called Trace Vanish. So go ahead and click on that. If we scroll down, you'll see that this is a pretty new app, just released actually 3 months ago? So October, September, just 3 months ago to the day it's been released. And it's a fairly small app, only 20 megabytes. I've already played with this app pretty extensively, given it a good test. I've uninstalled it so I can come back and show you how to do it from scratch. Since I have it already, it says on there, it says download, you own it. If this is the first time you're going to get it, it'll say free, get it. And go ahead and click on that and let it install. Don't open up the app quite yet because I want to do one thing. This is more than likely an application that you're going to want to put on this favorites bar right at the top, because in one click, basically, it's going to get rid of a lot of data. I'm going to explain it to you. I'll put the app there, and then I'm going to explain what the app actually does. I'm sure you've been waiting for that, right? So to get it on that favorites bar, click on that button over there at the far right with the 3 boxes and the plus. Now let's move to the left, and you'll see that Trace Vanish is right there. If you click that menu button, that's the one on your remote with the 3 lines. Go ahead and click on that, and then say move to front. I'm going to put it right up front. You can move it anywhere on that favorites bar that you'd like, but I'm going to do that for now, and go ahead and hit that home button and go back to where we were. So what Trace Vanish does, among other things, is it removes all of the leftover installation files that you have left over after installing apps, third-party apps especially, from the Downloader app. Now, as you know, Downloader is the most popular application for installing third-party or apps that are not in your Amazon App Store. And just as sort of a test, what I did was I went and I installed a whole bunch of files and then removed them. But as you may or may not know, those files are left over. They're still on your device. Look, this 9 megabytes, 60-something megabytes, 95. This stuff adds up. And so as you know, the storage on your Fire Stick is already quite limited. And, you know, we don't need this stuff here. Now, the only other way to remove all these files is really one by one. You can't do a select all or anything like that. You'd have to go over to each one of these, hit the menu button, and you're going to get that prompt that says delete. And then you're going to have to do that all the way down the list to get all of your files deleted. If you've seen tutorials here at CordcuttersLI, I always tell you when you install these apps, after you've installed them, to go ahead and remove these files. In fact, that looks something like this. When that gets finished, go ahead and click done. Don't click open just yet, because this allows us to move over to delete and then delete again to remove that APK installation file, because we no longer needed that taking up space on our Fire Stick. But if you didn't heed my warning or, take my suggestion in doing that, this is where Trace Vanish comes in. So let's go ahead and open up Trace Vanish. You saw all those files that are in my download folder, right? You're going to get this information about their privacy policy. Gone through it. It's pretty standard stuff, nothing special here. You can just go ahead and click accept. Now, the first time you open it up, you're going to see this message letting you know that you need to give this application the permission to access your files. And this, of course, is required, because if you're going to be deleting those temporary APK files, you're going to need to do that. And media files alone aren't enough. You're going to need to give it access to allow all files, because the files specifically that we're going to be uninstalling here with this app are APK or installation files. Those are not media files. So select all files and then go back. This is what you'll see when you open up the app every time after that very first time. And at the very top of this, you have, these are 4 things that you can do on the Fire Stick. The first one says clean leftover app install files. This safely removes residual files. We're talking about those APK files that I just showed you in Downloader. And when I click on that, let's watch what happens. It's going to actively delete those files. And it's going to give you a list one by one of what it actually is deleting. And as you can see, these are those apps that I showed you just a moment ago in Downloader. We'll let that finish. Now, I put a ton of them in there. Typically, you're going to probably only have 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how lazy you were when installing those files or those apps. But that's it, and then you're done. And then you can go ahead and hit the home button and continue. The other things on here, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little difficult for me to demonstrate exactly what they do. I can take these things at face value and say, well, this one here is going to wipe app traces. It says removes app traces to protect privacy, prevent usage tracking. I've played with these 3 a little bit. They kind of do the same thing, like even after the first time. Like this one up here, where it says clean leftover app files, it cleaned them. They're gone now, so it's not going to do it again. So if you leave the app and come back in, when you click on clean leftover app install files, it's just going to give you a checkbox, and it's not going to show you that it deleted anything because there's nothing to delete. Well, on these other 3, the wipe app traces, the erase IP and online traces, and the unused app data removal, I can run them once and it'll show you some stuff. And then later I can leave the app, come back a day later or whatever, and it's going to show you the same thing. It only shows you the folders that it deletes files from. So there's really no easy way for me to demonstrate and show you if that's doing anything useful or not. However, this top one certainly is, the clean leftover app files. And let me show you how we know that it's actually done that. Let's hit the home button, and now let's go back into Downloader. And we'll go down to Files, and you'll see that there are no files found in the download folder. So it successfully removed all of those with that just one click. And now let me show you what I was talking about. So if you go back into Trace Vanish, if you click on that one at the top again, it's going to give you the checkbox. But as you can see at the bottom, there's no more logs. It's not telling you that it did anything because there's nothing left to delete. So it did its job, it did it well, it did it with one click, and we've saved some time and we've saved some clicks. Not to mention restoring or regaining all of that space that you kind of lost by keeping those files on there in the first place. So there you go, a short and sweet video on this new application called Trace Vanish. If you find it useful at all, go ahead and put some comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. If you give it a try, if you think it's a waste of time, let me know about that too. I can take it. No problem. Before I let you go, I want to spend 10 seconds letting you know about the sale that's still going on for IPVanish. This is the VPN that I use and trust and recommend. There's an exclusive link down in the description below. Just over $2 a month, and the sale is going to end soon. If you enjoyed anything you saw here today, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, share this and all of your favorite CordcuttersLI videos with your friends. This not only helps to get my videos shown to more people on YouTube, it also helps to support the channel. Thanks so much for watching.